All right, my friends, happy solstice to you. Aaron here bringing your daily horoscope for the 22nd of December 2019. Solstice, what does that mean? Sol, S-O-L, means sun. Stice means to stand still. Okay, this is the day the sun stands still. Very significant time of year, right? As the sun has reached the lowest point in the northern hemisphere, right? It reaches the southernmost point, okay, before journeying back up north. So for 3 days, the sun perceivably stands still when it goes from Sagittarius over to Capricorn, all right? So the sun, the physical sun, dies in the zodiac for 3 days and then rises 1 degree on December 25th, right? And the place that it resides during this solstice, where the sun stands still, is a place called the southern crux of the zodiac, which kind of looks like a cross, okay? So the sun, literally and figuratively in our storytelling, the sun dies on the cross for 3 days, okay? It's a celebration. It's been a celebration for a very, very, very long time, predating Christianity even, right? And then it rises on the 25th. Behold, the sun, the bearer of light, the bringer of light, the light of mankind, rises again on December 25th. It's a very, very powerful 3 days, as we're dealing with, up here in the northern hemisphere, the darkest 3 days of the year, or the shortest 3 days, the longest nights, right? And this teaches us about scarcity at times, okay? To not have, to withhold something, and the ability to nurture our bodies in the sense of not having that light, and then turning around a couple days later and being thankful that the sun has not left us. The sun, the one sun that lights our path. Now, a really interesting thing, because let me show you this. The Sagittarian is the centaur, right? I don't have an image pulled up here. So this is the centaur, the horse body with the man top that's got a bow and arrow. Now, in the biblical story of Jesus, which is ruled by the age of Pisces, right, the 2 fish, he fed everyone with a loaf of bread and 2 fish. John the fisherman, and the story goes on. The ichthus symbol that the Christian community uses, is a symbol from when we went from the age of Aries into the age of Pisces for the believers of understanding the age, the precession of the equinox. So this is a very important time for our ancients before we had a calendar system, before we had, this technology that we have now, because we were in the age of Aquarius, the digital age where all the information is out there, right? Which is not always once easily obtainable. So, a representation of the sun dying on the cross. When did that happen? And biblically it said, that Jesus was pierced on his left side when he died on the cross. And the centaur with the bow and arrow is showing us that this arrow pierces the sun here as it moves into Capricorn, okay? Giving us a sign. It's us understanding our calendar system, us understanding of where we're at in the year, so that we don't think that our one physical sun has left us or given up on us, or that it's the end of humanity, so we can look at the stars and see that the centaur with the bow and arrow pointing at the sun here to Capricorn is the piercing of the side of the story of Jesus, the sun dying on the cross. So at 0 degrees of Capricorn, okay, the sun is about moving into our leadership, okay? Capricorn is the last or the fourth cardinal sign of the zodiac, right? We have Aries, the beginning, the spark, the initiation. Cancer, the spark of summertime. This is our emotions. Libra, the balance of the relationship between myself and others. And then Capricorn, it's embodying the physical and the emotional, right? So the emotional, the physical. Okay, so we have to step into our own. That's why also Capricorn is known as the physical. Not only the physical, but how do you say? Main Street, or Wall Street, big business. This is public image. This is the goat gets to the top of the mountain, right? This is our leadership roles. And at 0 degrees of Capricorn, this is us stepping into our physical bodies, into our power. Okay, represented 0 degrees here as an Indian chief, elected by the community, right, to be the leader. And in this sense, you are the leader, right? You are the leader. We're all leaders of our communities. We're all leaders, individuals, right? Again, the Capricorn. The Pisces energy says we're all connected. Spirit, the spirit, the breath that rolls through us connects everyone. One consciousness. Yet I'm a physical body, right? I'm an individual, independent. So it's stepping into our stepping into our leadership roles as individuals, whether we're the boss or the leader, the alpha, whatever, that archetype embodies us all, right? So we're all the leaders, we're all teachers in a certain sense of our lives, right? So it's stepping into the leadership of our physical body, yeah. And then we have some other really cool aspects happening here today. All right, so let me fast forward this a couple hours here. As you see, 20 degrees Mercury, 20 degrees Saturn in Capricorn. Mercury still hanging out here in the sign of Sagittarius. All about, again, faith in our journey. Faith in the journey, faith in the unknown. Where are we going? We do not know. But if we have faith in ourselves, in our leadership abilities, right, we can bring those qualities to a place of manifestation. And then we have to use our imagination. We have to use our childlike, large minds to bring these into the physical realm. The physical realm continues to expand thanks to Jupiter. Okay, thanks to our dreams here in Pisces. So this is all about using our imagination and bringing them into the physical form. As well, a really cool aspect, as you see here, we've got Mars meeting up at 22 degrees, creating its sextile to Pluto. Pluto, transformation. Again, this is about receiving the rewards for marching to the beat of your own drum, receiving the rewards for being an individual, right? So we have the Moon and Mars, about, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, meeting up in the sign of Scorpio. Connecting that sextile, really flowing energy of earth and water, okay, working through our shadow period, working through our shadow selves, understanding even as an individual, okay, we need the strength of the community. There is power in all of us working together, right? 8th house has to do with our shared resources. What I can do as an individual, it's like I needed solar fire to create this program. I needed, this computer company to make the computer, and the camera company to make the camera, and the microphone company to make this. Also, I can, sit here and deliver this message, right? So we all need something from the collective. We all need something from the community. And by being able to tap into these resources, by utilizing these, we're able to create something and bring it into the physical form, right? And what we can do with that is greater than what we could do individually without it, right? I could go to a coffee shop or something, or stand on a soapbox and a pedestal and speak the message of astrology, and get so many individuals. But then here again, in the age of Aquarius, we were able to put this stuff out there to reach more people. So it's understanding the use of that. We're not alone in this journey. The Indian chief needs the community. The community needs the Indian chief. We're being called to step up our game to being leaders, right? And on these next 3 days, we might experience a dark night of the soul, or things are changing and shifting, right? It's funny, astrology, it's beautiful how the things move. The moon it's here for an instance. It's going to be at 22 degrees for an hour, and then it's going to move out, It's Mars, however, it takes, about 2 months, about 2 days per each sign, or per each degree, roughly, So it's just like where we get, tickled on one end, and even Venus takes a little, a day or so to roll through. Mercury kind of moves at and its fastest point moves 2 degrees a day. So we touch on things and go, and we get hit with knowledge, and then it proceeds. And then we get hit with some more knowledge and proceeds, you know. And then we have our slower moving planets that sit on these degrees so that we can internalize, we can absorb the potency of what they have to teach us, right? These planets are great teachers, and it's just a reflection of what's happening here on Earth, what we're dealing with the collective, the community, the whole. So these next 3 days of darkness in the northern hemisphere, right? We're stepping into our leader. We are creating our own light, using our imaginations and manifesting into the physical world. Very, very, very powerful stuff. Yeah. So, happy solstice, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful day. As always, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.